This is a topic I've been very heated about today and just in general lately. I think what it is it's misreporting that's made to harm people. And the two things I'm going to talk about in that kind of subject. Keep in mind, this video is not gonna make me friends. This is a political video. It's it's talking about movies and entertainment, but it's more talking about how movies and entertainment are now made political in a way that's made to harm people and hurt other people. And so what we're talking about is the failure of the movie Bros and the misreporting of that, the misreporting of Velma being gay, and how that is made to harm people. So let's talk about this. So there's a new Scooby Doo movie coming out called Scooby Doo Trick or Treat. Okay, I pre-ordered it. I'm going to get it on release day from Amazon, hopefully. And then I'm going to review it on my main channel. Okay? I'm a big Scooby Doo fan. Let me pull this out here. Okay? Here's a stack of some Scooby Doo movies I own. And we got, just some stuff here, just showing you out real quick. Okay? Been a fan for a while now. I like Scooby Doo a lot. I'm a fan. I love these things. Okay? I wear Scooby Doo shirts out in public. I own the series on Blu-ray. I own a bunch of direct-to-video movies. I watch all the direct-to-video movies and review them on my main channel. So, if you like Scooby Doo, I'm your guy. So let's talk about all this weird stuff going on with Scooby Doo. So there's a clip released, and Velma was gay. Okay, and people acted like this was a new thing. Now, it was more upfront than before. If you watch Mystery Incorporated, that character was hinted to be lesbian, or at least bisexual, because at one point she dated Shaggy, but it was clear that she was losing interest, and I think she realized she was lesbian. That's just my take on the character, though someone could read it as bi. But either way, it was very clear that she wasn't only attracted to men. She was attracted to the girl Hot Dog Water in the show. It's a weird name for the character, I know, if you haven't seen the show, but it's like a cute nickname the characters give her. A lot of the characters in the show actually have cute nicknames like that, so it's actually a cool Scooby-Doo show. It's unlike any other Scooby-Doo show. Totally should watch it. It's on Netflix. Just besides the point. So this is a thing that's been around. Also, the fact that in the live-action movies that James Gunn directed, he was saying how he wanted to make Velma gay. They couldn't do that because the studio executives told them no, because it was 2002, and gay people were no-nos. So, simple as that. Also, it's really hard to change an established IP, even though, like, Velma didn't have a character for most of this time. So, a lot of people are misreporting it. And I think the idea of misreporting is because it's people like Tucker Carlson or Ben Shapiro, all these shitty people who get on their platforms and they start bitching about this. Because what they want you to do is they want you to think that there's this thing where they're in the schools, they're coming for your children, they're doing all this weird shit to your kids, okay? They're all pedophiles. I love how, this is the thing I just want to say about the right. The right hates when you just label all of them racist, right? They hate it. They hate that so much. But anytime someone they don't like is around, they label them a pedophile. Which, by the way, calling someone a pedophile is way worse than calling them a racist. Okay? So this is so many people see this misreporting from Tucker Carlson and all these people, and they think, whoa, they're coming for my kids. I literally had someone tell me today, it's made to harm kids. We should have a problem with it. No, you shouldn't. Especially since, let's be real, Scooby-Doo is a 50-year-old franchise. And this Scooby-Doo show or movie, I think it showed on Cartoon Network. But other than that, it was shown on, it hasn't really officially released for multiple people to buy. And it's so obscure that it's only releasing on DVD and not Blu-ray. Okay? What kids do you know use DVDs? Not a lot. This movie has a lot of references to the original Scooby-Doo. So let's be clear. Even though this movie could be categorized as appropriate for kids or watchable by kids, it is not specifically made for young kids. In the same way the Flintstones isn't made for kids, where you could show your kid the Flintstones, but overall it was specifically made for adults. It just has the accessibility of being watched by kids as well. Just as simple as that. And so, you know, someone asked me what someone was telling me, oh, this ruins the character. I just point out, I'm like, hey, the character's cool design, her humor, her smarts, all that's the same. To be like this character is ruined because she's gay is so fucking ridiculous. Stop whining and being a baby about this, you know? No one should care. Really. Like, if you think that it's dumb that the character's gay, then don't watch it. But here's the reality. Most of these people complaining don't actually watch this shit because they don't know the facts. Again, this movie aired once on Cartoon Network, and then it's coming out on DVD on October 18th. That's 2 weeks away. Or like, well, not 2 weeks, a week away, basically. Like a week and a half, something like that. Anyways, it's just, you know, so what they're doing is they're twisting facts to make it look sinister or evil, and it's just wrong. You know, someone asked me, why am I so triggered about this? Well, I'm looking at them going, because we're at a point in this country's history where they're reconsidering gay marriage rights in this country because they hate gay people so much in this country right now that they're doing this shit. So every time we complain about a gay being in a movie or any of this stuff, it doesn't help. It further divides us. It makes the situation worse when we should be fighting to keep these rights still intact because freedom of everyone matters. You cannot say we live in a free country and until abortion is put back in place, until gay marriage is no longer at risk. You know, these are things that we should be thinking about. And when it comes to movie Bros, there was also a lot of misreporting about the movie's failure. If you want my honest opinion about why the movie failed, it's because it came out in October. And right now, the movies that are really popular in theaters are Smile and Terrifier 2. Why? Because they're horror movies. Movies that aren't popular are Bros and Lyle Lyle Crocodile. You know why? Because they're kids' movies and comedies that are coming out during a time where people want to watch scary movies that are horror movies. Because it's Halloween time. We're in October. Next week, Halloween comes out. Super excited for that, by the way. But yeah, so that's, you know, there's a misreporting of that. There's also the fact that, hey, we had to hide this movie from the South and Florida because the people there are so incredibly bigoted that they couldn't show a lot of advertisements for this movie because they figured it would flop in those areas. Cool. Like, it's just, this is where we're at, you know, that these people are so homophobic and ridiculous that you can't just show a comedy about two dudes being gay without them being offended and whining and bitching about it, you know? If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it, but really, do you need to get upset about it? No. And then you know, the insistence that the director of this movie and writer of this movie and star of this movie came out and said, hey, straight people were to blame. No, he was just upset that straight people didn't show up for the movie, which he's allowed to do. He's a writer and director. He made a film that he's happy with, and he should be. And honestly, yeah, there are not enough straight people watching this movie because they have this preconceived notion that that it's something made to pander to a group or they're lied about information about it. There's articles going around about how they call people, heterosexual people, straight people, terrorists in the movie, which is not the actual scene. In the scene, he comes in the room and he says, I'm sick of these heterosexual terrorists. And then he goes, I'm sick of these heterosexual terrorists. And then he goes, and then everyone in that room, you know what they say? Hey, there can be gay terrorists. There can be trans terrorists. There can be bi terrorists. It's a joke on equal rights and how everybody can be bad, you know, that kind of thing. It's a funny joke. It's not made to call people terrorists or make other people out to be bad. That's the joke of the scene. And they're twisting that, making it out like this dude hates gay people. No, it's misrepresentative facts made to hurt people. Because they want you to be angry about all this stuff. That side of that political spectrum wants you to be angry because pretty soon there will be no gay marriage rights in this country. The more of us that are angry and divided about these issues, instead of working together to make sure that people who are married and have children don't have to be broken up by the law that our country has passed because they're evil, or maybe people who want to have families and now are not able to adopt. Think about how people think about that too. People act like all these gay people are so sinister and they hate children. But think about how many of them adopt. Way more than actual straight people. Actually, I don't know if that's factual, but I do see more same-sex couples with adopted children than I see straight people. So, I'm just saying. But these are all the frustration of all this is like, that the intention with this disinformation, this lies, this homophobic shit. I think it's just, this is what it's all about. And I think it's time that we as a collective say, stop. It's not right for you to misreport this stuff. It's not right for you to lie to people to get people angry. Velma has been gay for 20 years. I'm counting the live action Scooby-Doo movie because that was the intention. And if you don't want me to count that, fine. We'll go back to, I think Mystery Incorporated came out in 2011. So we'll go back then. That's 11 years ago. That character has been gay for multiple years. This is not a new thing. It has nothing to do with harming children. Fuck off. The movie Bros failed because bigoted states in the United States refused to show the movie and were banning it too, and banning advertisements of it. And it came out the wrong time. It's not because gay people don't show up and support their own people. Also, they didn't call people terrorists. Fuck off. This is just where we need to be. We need to call out these people. But unfortunately, no one will call out these people enough. Because what people need to realize is like Tucker Carlson is the most watched news source in the world. If someone ever tells you, if you're on the left and someone ever tells you, you're just listening to that liberal media, the mainstream media has got to you. You wake up, pull them aside and say, Fox News is the most viewed news source in the United States of America. What's mainstream news to you?